we'll listen. Since is it Nellie? It's
Nellie
Nellie
and Larry. Yep.
Larry. Hi, Larry.
Larry.
Hi.
All right, Nelly.
I get thrown off by that. The other night we did a big school thing, and every person that I went to call them by the name on the screen, they were like, "Oh no, that's my kid's name because my kid's doing the iPad." So why don't we'll go through a little bit about like what's coming with the project. There's nothing's been happening there, so you don't have any specific questions or anything yet, right?
Oh, I mean,
or do you?
No, and possibly
Okay.
you
Well,
talk, then, you know.
We'll tell you what's going on. Yeah.
Okay.
So Stas, Timmy, you want to go run through a little bit about what's
Sure.
coming?
Tim's our municipal engineer.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Yes.
guy.
Sorry.
Will really be shepherding this project.
What do you say, Jim?
No, go ahead, man.
Okay. The borough received DOT funding for Safe Routes to School program, we'll say a few years ago. And
6 years ago.
but we're the first in the state for that funding cycle to be able to get construction underway. So we're at least proud of that. So what it is basically curb ramp improvements. The whole job is between Tatum and Zane North Elementary. So I think you guys are on the Zane North side.
Yes.
There's some sidewalk improvements associated with that. So basically from Homestead Avenue down towards Atlantic, Atlantic to Lee's, Atlantic down Dill, and then Stokes Avenue and a little bit of Lee's Lane. We'll be getting curb improvements, concrete curb ramp improvements at each corner.
Okay.
So where they're not compliant for ADA accessibility, those will be removed and replaced in accordance with this new standard. So I don't look at this like a typical road program or road project where we're tearing up the whole street. It should be, station to station as the work goes on. I'm not sure where you're located specifically, but Lee's Lane, there's sections of sidewalk that don't exist now, so those will be constructed. Okay, so the whole side.
So yeah,
Where we live.
we're on the corner of Lee's Lane and Stokes Avenue.
Yes.
Okay, so the
Awesome.
section of Lee's Lane that doesn't have sidewalk will get sidewalk. Right at Lee's and Stokes, there's going to be 2 handicap ramps that go across Lee's Lane that
Right.
direct pedestrians down towards
Right.
Lee's and Stokes. Cross with Miss Hagan down the corner there.
Right. Okay.
So at this point, I was talking to Jim earlier. We're a little bit behind schedule because of the snow. So we expect to get into your area probably middle of next month. We're having part of the website, the borough website is posted with our information and the schedule. So we'll try to keep that as up to date as possible. Remington and Vernick will have a construction inspector on site. He'll have a yellow RMV vest. So if there's ever an issue, you can speak to him directly. Try to ask you not to talk to the contractors. Usually they're low bid, type public contract employees. So they might be difficult.
Tim, when you say middle of next month to start, you mean March?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now,
barring any more huge snowstorms.
Yeah,
right now
barring
they're
any more
on-
snow. Yes.
they're over on Maple Avenue now, and they're progressing towards Tatum Elementary. So once that's complete, they're going to jump over to this side. We've been in coordination with the school district. We understand that spring break is the week of April 5th. So probably the more disruptive work in that area is going to be at Lee's and Stokes, where the crossing guard is. So we're going to try to do that work during spring break. And then the rest will kind of fill in from there.
Okay.
So Tim, it doesn't involve, so the block, I think it's 1 block from Linwood to Stokes on Lee's Lane is involved in it.
Yeah, so we go up Lee's Lane from Stokes
Right.
to is that
Linwood. Yes.
Yeah,
I guess
Linwood's the
Stokes and then
first.
So that
Linwood.
whole side that does not have sidewalk is getting sidewalk.
We'll
Wow.
get a curb as well,
Let me check.
because that's one of the things that we've had happening is water, because I believe there's like either an underground creek or something, but one of
There
them
is.
pumps out a lot of caused ice. It's called caused the road to break down as well.
So offhand, I can tell you at Lee's Lane and Stokes, we are kind of redoing that gutter line there to make sure water comes across, because I know water sits in that area.
Yeah.
Right.
We had a third-party design engineer do this, so I don't have all this committed to memory. So let me see if
Okay.
I can find this in the plans.
So that would be even, because, I know our sidewalk, but.
We have a
Okay, we
sidewalk
have
all the way
sidewalk.
up.
Right.
Still there.
The sidewalk ends where our property
Right.
ends, so.
So no,
Gotcha.
so the majority of this section of Lee's Lane will stay without curb. There will be
Okay.
curb installed at the corners where there's not for
Okay.
the ramps to be installed. So, you know,
Okay.
hopefully we can do a little bit better at those locations. To keep
Right.
water from sitting there.
Okay, okay.
Right.
I think that was,
Yeah, I mean, that and the other thing is just that we call in for the patch and repair, but there's a section that's just because of the water, it's just breaking apart on Lee's Lane from Linwood.
so it's sidewalk installation, not paving the street.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it's not
Okay.
street work.
Got it, okay.
Look, while we're there, let me take a look at it. Let me see if I can do something with this contractor, you know, within, have set up.
And Lori, we had somebody else join us. Lori's joined us. Lori, you can unmute yourself and put a video on if you like. It's up to you. Hello.
Hi, viewers. It's super noisy here. We're gonna stay on mute while we make.
You got it. You got it.
Thank you.
We had
Is this-
such a small crowd, we just decided to make it a
Is
party.
this
so.
neighborhood cocktail hour we're
Yeah.
interfere with?
Something like that.
It's for us.
So,
That's pretty much what I think. Okay, I'm sorry, I was just gonna say, it's a brief, there's a handful of areas. Tim, I know the other one, it's a shorter disruption. Like when we were talking in front of Tatum, like how many days of work are we talking here that folks can expect for phase 2?
and
Yeah, well,
just a real quick update for Lori. It's basically, so you're close to where the
We're ready.
McCrees are. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So it's in the area, there's a bunch of corner handicap ramps are going to be in on the sidewalks, and there's some new sidewalk going to be installed. Tim, you want to go over just where that runs again, in case that affects them?
Yeah, I mean,
The
so
burdens.
the new sidewalk is mainly on Lee's Lane, but the project limits are along Homestead, Atlantic, Dill, Lee's, and Stokes is basically the majority of the project, and it's improvements at the intersections for the ADA curb ramp. So it's like the concrete ramps at the corner of each intersection. It's going to be removed and replaced.
And there's some new crosswalk markings and the like. as well,
Crosswalk
right?
markings, stop signs.
Right.
Yep.
Okay,
That type of thing. Cass, to answer your question right now, looking at the schedule from the contractor, they have a solid week worth of work blocked out on Lee's Lane.
Yep.
So I can say Lee's Lane's probably going to be the most disturbed during the work. The roadway is fairly narrow there. They're going to have to get the equipment in. The concrete truck and things like that. So we'll make sure that you're able to get out one way or another. I think that's one way there. Maybe we put some signage up and flip it the other way to get you out the other side
Right.
if necessary. But
yeah,
we'll work closely with the police department to make sure that anybody can get in and out, and emergency vehicles can get in and out.
right.
You got a question there, Lori? Yep.
Sure, I was understanding. So we should continue to park how we normally park. We'll be
So
able
you'll
to, okay.
get how you park now. Like I said, most of the disruption is going to be at the corners. Nobody really parks on the corners there. You'll be notified by door hanger or like mailbox flyer by the contractor at least a couple days in advance of when they're actually going to be there. Lori, we were talking about middle end of next month before the contractor gets to your area. Right now they're on the other side of town on Maple Avenue working towards Tatum.
Be a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
The biggest
And
part,
I was just gonna say, and as things unfold, if there's something parked weird, we actually had somebody email us today because one of the contractors, Porta-Johns, had been that, there was a delay and the residents were like, people are using this, so if anything like that pops up, just you can get a hold of Tim, you can get a hold of me. We're very responsive.
Email us, whatever. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll make sure it gets taken care of right away if something's blocking your way or whatever.
Right.
For Lori, there's going to be information posted on the borough's website, which includes my contact information, Cass's contact information, and, you know, a rough schedule of the project. I think Rob might have put that in the chat just now, a link to that. So
I did.
You put it to the
trying to
panelists.
give, trying to give Rob some credit.
Oh, well, we're all panelists.
Well, now they are. Yeah, for sure.
Voted.
I was just going to say that, you know, the other part of the entire project, it's really the largest in terms of engineering and construction, is on Haddon Avenue. And that is actually right at Homestead, near the post office, really.
Yeah.
Essentially, they're going to be putting out a bump out. So they'll do curb extensions that'll
cool.
sort of narrow, sort of like near the clock on the avenue. And that'll
Right.
sort of have the benefit of shortening the walk, making pedestrians closer to the sight line, hopefully slow down traffic. So, right from that Cuthbert till you start getting into the downtown, it's sort of wide, and sometimes that people like to accelerate there. So
Yeah.
we're hoping that a little bit of a pinch point, because of the post office, it's an area of high traffic, and that will sort of really enhance the safety for
Cool. Okay.
Sounds great.
Okay.
right.
Lori, any other questions or anything? That's really all we got. Lori, you guys good? I'm gonna guess yes.
And you can share our information with neighbors. You guys are now our official ambassadors
Okay.
for the
Thank you.
project.
Ding.
Thanks.
You can
Share
share
it.
that.
All right.
Yeah, because you showed up, you're now the chairperson.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, okay, good. Good.
See
All
ya.
right. Thank you. Have a
Take
great
care.
Yeah,
night.
you got it. You got it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.
See ya.
See you later.
Everybody.